Hey, cats and kittens, chicks and chickens, it's your buddy Mo's Lykit, and welcome to another edition of Mo's Half-Assed Reviews. In this edition of Mo's Half-Assed Reviews, we're going to be taking a look at the Tier 7 Premium Soviet Cruiser, the Lazo, Lazo, Lazo. It doesn't matter how you say it, it's a Shores with a spotting aircraft gimmick, and it is a blast if you enjoy this particular play style. But before we get into the play style, as always, let's jump into the port, take an up close and personal look at this beautiful ship, how I personally have it set up, and you can take what you want from it. We're going to buzz through the stats here pretty quick because, again, half-assed review. We've got a 36,300 hit point pool. We've got 4 triple turrets of 152mm guns at a range of 17.3 kilometers. With the spotter plane, you get over 20.8. Torpedoes are typical Soviet torpedoes. You get 2 triple launchers, do a little less than 18,000 damage with a 4-kilometer range and a 65-knot speed. Fuck AA, because it doesn't do anything anyway. Maneuverability. It's a little bit quick, 33.5. You can get it up to about 35 with a speed flag. 7.7 second rudder shift and an 890-meter turning circle. It's not very nimble, but it gets the job done. With the captain skill, my detectability is at 11.6. And it's got a 6.7 kilometer smoke fire range if you're lucky enough to have a destroyer friend to help you out. Let's take a look at the modules, how I've got my upgrades up. I've got the steering gears on there. You got to have the wiggles in this ship. It's made of paper. It doesn't take shots well. You got to get your wiggles. I got the AA mod on there because AA is shit and you might as well polish that turd. Aiming systems would be fine, but the ship is so accurate anyway, I don't see a whole lot of difference, so might as well polish that turd with the AA. Steering gears mod for that slot. Because if you lose your ability to steer in a long-range, aggravating troll ship, you're gonna have a bad time. We've got the spotter plane mod on here because that is this ship's gimmick, and we are going to strengthen that gimmick as much as humanly possible. The spotter plane. If you notice the reload time on the spotter plane, 10 seconds. Now, with the mod, it only lasts 78 seconds. It doesn't last an incredibly long time, but looking at her sister ship, the Shores, and we look at her spotting aircraft, the reload on that is 240 seconds. That is a slight difference. So, again, the spotting aircraft is the gimmick on the Lazo, and use it. I suck at using a spotter aircraft, but the ship is so accurate and it's fun to play, I do all right with it. Of course, we're going to put defensive AA, polish that turd as shiny as we can get it. It does have hydro, decent hydro with a 4-kilometer detector ships. I mean, it's hydro. And of course, you want to put your premium damage control party on there. I mean, that's what you do, right? Let's take a look at my captain. This is the Shores captain I have. He's not 19 points, and you know, he is what he is. So, oh, I didn't even realize I had 2 points left to spend on here. So let's go ahead and pop an expert marksman on here. And here we go. So we have got priority target in slot 1, expert marksman, and adrenaline rush in slot 2s. We've got demo expert because we want to start fires, concealment expert because we want to be able to escape when we need to, and IFHE because of the mid-caliber of guns. You're not going to get very good damage on some of these battleships without it. It is a fun ship if you like the play style. The play style is sit at range, wiggle, annoy, and burn. And it does it as good as any other ship of that type in the game. So let's get into a game with her, and I just got a couple different games I'm going to show you. I could show you, like an hour of footage of me sitting at long range burning battleships to the ground, but it's not the most exciting thing in the world, but I wanted you to get a look at the dispersion, get a look at the feel of her, get a look at the velocity of the shells, let you see what she can do. And in this game, I was Lucky? Lucky enough to basically hold back this entire flank pretty much by myself once the Shira, who's up in the corner trying to hide in a port or something up there in a rock, once he's gone and this other guy runs away and dies, it's just me, and I hold this whole flank just being annoying. The fire chance is good. I don't run any flags on it right now. I don't know why I haven't put flags on it. I noticed it when I was looking around that I didn't even have flags on it. But, now you can see it's a little bit later in the game, and I am all by my lonesome on this flank. I've popped my spotter plane, and you can see the range goes out to 20.8 kilometers. Very, very nice range. I am all alone. You see it? We've got a Helena, a Congo that ran away, a Fuso, there's a Gaja over here. I'm all alone. And I've got to try to hold back these ships and do the best I can with it. And when you're using this ship at range and you're getting a little wiggle and you're making yourself a difficult target, and luckily these guys couldn't shoot for shit, so I really didn't take a whole lot of damage. Fiji comes in to try to help me defend the base, and we just keep burning and churning and burning and turning and burning. That's the only thing you're going to do in this boat. You do not want to push in this boat. You do not want to try to use your torps. Those things, when you're forced to use them, they're great and they're fun and they do what they're supposed to do, but it should not be your priority in a game. That shouldn't be high on your to-do list when you get into a game with this ship. You want to think of yourself as almost like an open water Belfast or something, You just want to get away and annoy, troll the shit out of ships. Boop! Because that's what it's good for. That's all it's really good for, but God is it good at it. In this game, this was another example I just thought was hilarious. I was actually bottom tier in this game, and there is one of those tier 9 Soviet battleships in an Amagi, and I'm lucky enough to get worked around their flank as they're running away from my team's push, and I just burn these guys to the ground. I just burn them, and burn them, and burn them. And they just run away, and they really don't do a whole lot about it. They do take some pot shots throughout the process at some point, but nothing to really hurt me. I was able to dodge using a little bit of throttle jockeying and some turning, and you can just see, look at it's beautiful, beautiful dispersion, beautiful accuracy. Like I said, even if I put the aiming mod on it, would I see that big of a difference in damage output? I just don't think so. So we might as well polish that AA turd because CVs are the meta. Am I right? I'm right. It's fun and engaging. This is it, guys. This is the Lazo, man. This is what you're going to do with it if you want to use it to its full capabilities. This is what you're going to do. You're going to get out, get behind, get out in the open water, way at range, and you're just going to annoy and troll the shit out of battleships. These 2 battleships, I burnt down, Witherer, I burnt their entire escape route here. I just chased them, using my spotter when I had to, using my range, wiggling. You can see I haven't taken hardly any damage. And look at their hit points. I burnt them to the ground. And they are both really pissed. And this game could have gone either way. But luckily, that's Mo Lykit. And I burnt them to the ground. This is the Lazo. There is nothing really super exciting about the ship. It is designed to do one thing, and it does that one thing very, very well. If you like the playstyle, if you like the shores, you'll enjoy it. I even got to, put a little something up there. Enjoy my scraps. they are sufficiently burnt. And both of those battleships died in quick succession, putting the game in lock mode. And I even almost killed that fucking Alaska, but it is what it is, guys. Great ship, great fun. I love it. I love the play style, so that's what it's going to do. Going to throw up a few screenshots here. You're going to produce with it. You're going to get a bunch of fires. It's accurate. It's got great range. It's got okay speed. It's fun. Is it a Kraken ship? Is it a I'm going to get 1,000 medals every game? Not really. You're not. You're going to get your Withers, your Arsonists, your Confederates, your things like that. You're going to really help your team. It is an amazing support ship. It is not much of a carry boat unless you just get really lucky. Really lucky. And that's that last game I showed. 160,000 damage. Witherer. 13 fires. Look at how many shots I had. I just fired my guns the whole fucking game. What a ship. It's a lot of fun. Get your allowance tokens, pull the trigger, put it in your port, and have a blast. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Send me anything you want to moreplays@gmail.com. Special love to my one and only awesome patron on Patreon. And as always, nothing but love from Mo to you. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your others. We'll see you out there in the seas, kids. And we will talk to you soon.